When it comes to Kerastase, I feel like you've been lied to about this whole industry. This brand has to top nearly all of them, nearly unreachable in some ways. Years, you've been told that a brand like Kerastase is the secret to perfect hair. We're kind of conditioned to think this, but that's not how hair works. And today I'm going to tell you exactly why luxury hair care is probably failing you. And I'm going to get into some Kerastase products that I feel like might be a little bit more useful to look at than others. Kerastase is one of those brands that I feel like have been around forever. Being a hairdresser, Kerastase has been there, like front and center. And there is a reason why I haven't really talked too much about this brand. The retail experience completely misses the point. Because people like the feeling of these products, they go home, they use it all, and then they find that while actually using the products are really nice, the actual results aren't exactly any different than using other hair care. The biggest lie when it comes to the hair care industry, all of these other hair care brands, things like Kerastase, is that you only have one hair problem. A client comes in and says their hair is really fine, fragile, falling out, or prone to hair loss. My hair is dry, so I need a hydrating shampoo. My hair is damaged, so I need a repairing mask. The biggest problem to this is that people look at our hair as maybe one single problem, like tunnel vision for hair. This isn't bashing the brand by any means. If anything, it's been the most reliable brand for me, except when it comes to men's hair care, that's a whole other thing. So where do you know where to start? I'll talk about what I do like about Kerastase. Their leave-ins and styling products. So no matter what you're using, you get consistent products all around the board. Even if you're using the wrong product, it's just going to be a nice experience. Your styling routine becomes way easier, very easy, actually. I feel like one of the best things about Kerastase is their scalp products are just some of the best I've ever had in my life. If you know me at all, I really like and I like to stick by scalp shampoos like all the way. And their scalp shampoos are like some of the best I've ever used. If you just want a really nice shampoo and you go for one of their scalp shampoos, I feel like probably doing a lot better than most because not only are they really nice to use, but if you get the right one, I feel like you can't get much better than that. Bane Divolent was one of the best, and Bane Prevention and Bane Dermo Calm. People are going to say start with Nutritive and then go from there. That is the worst thing to do. The two ranges that I feel like are the most highly misunderstood out of all of them. These are totally different ranges. Let's start with Densifique. Obviously, like the name suggests, this is for people that lacks density. Think of it as a quality issue. Your hair isn't necessarily falling out, but the individual strands themselves are really thin, fine, and lack substance. It just doesn't feel as full as it once did. And pretty much this is meant for people with really fine hair. Densifique is all about thickening each individual strand one by one, giving the illusion you've got more hair to your existing hair. Thin, limp hair that needs more substance to make your hair feel more fat. I know that's kind of like a weird way to think of it. It needed to gain weight. That's kind of the way I see it. It's kind of like that. Genesis. This line is for a very different problem. Genesis is all about hair fall due to breakage. This isn't so much about the strands, but rather about the quantity of strands. And it's all about actually losing too much hair. The problem it solves is a little bit deeper and a little bit less cosmetic. They do this by reinforcing its internal structure and fortifying the actual hair so it stops falling and breaking from the mid-lengths. And it's got a dual action approach to it. It makes the existing hair more resilient, reducing shedding from the scalp. Genesis is all about trying to recreate each hair strand. A lot of people have hair loss for the fact that they just have fine hair. Densifique is when your hair isn't feeling full, and that's naturally how your hair's always been. And on the other hand, someone might not even realize that their hair is breaking until they see their ends looking really brittle and to the point where it might be a little too late sometimes. When it comes to Genesis, it's more about your hair isn't feeling full because you're actually losing hair, and that's why your hair is feeling fine. So you could have very thick hair, but because you are losing a lot of hair, it would seem like you would need something like Donsifique, when sometimes in reality, you actually need something more like Genesis. Now, not everybody needs either. I feel like the people that actually need Donsifique and they go for Genesis, you might find it's just like your everyday normal shampoo and conditioner and range. If you don't actually need or you're not suffering from hair loss, you might be actually fortifying your existing hair, but you won't see those benefits like people who are going through a lot of hair fall. While Donsifique, if you use that when you don't necessarily need to, you might be overdoing it with the thickness. Here is an easy way to find out which one of these you should go for more than the other. If you feel like your ponytail or your hair when you wrap it all together feels a little bit unnaturally fine. Now I'm talking about like it takes a few too many times to actually wrap the hair tie around and your actual ponytail itself actually looks quite healthy, but you've just got really fine hair in general, go for Donsifique. If you look at that ponytail again, not only is your hair fine, but you can see quite obviously so that you've got a lot of breakage throughout. This is where Genesis comes into the picture, because I know that the only way to really actually get to the root problem is getting to the root cause. Because in reality, these shampoos might be really nice to use. A lot of these ranges are going to do a little bit of both. If you really want the best of both worlds in this situation and you really can't decide, go for a Genesis shampoo and a Donsifique conditioner or mask. You get the best of both. Interchanging a little bit of each of the range will actually do a lot more than just one. And that's how you play both of these two together. And while a lot of other people might talk about how you can get all and every single problem solved by using the right products, I honestly don't feel like that's actually solving the issue at all. You're going to be sold on the idea that you can get perfect hair by using perfect products, but that's not exactly how it works. In reality, your routine is never perfect. You do imperfect things. Your routine might be actively working against you. Nothing is ever the same. It's your habits. So why should we expect the same, if not more, out of things like hair care and skincare? It goes normally by luck. Either they just have good hair genetically, like think of you, maybe all you need, not another shampoo, but more consistency? Or are you someone that maybe feels lost in all this and feels like every single product they use, no matter what, doesn't work? Is it really a product that's going to solve the issue, or is it your habits? Some examples of many. We should really be a little bit more accepting about not only the way things are, but I think the way that we see products in general, it gives us too much of a high hope because we trust the marketing, which is never a good idea. This brand goes way back, and I'm hoping to make more Kerastase videos in the future because there is a lot to talk about here. But I hope this helped you guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos about hair care, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.